It's Thursday, October 2nd.
Strategic targets to be sure that the organized crime understand that we're going to be there, we're going to follow them.
The investigation into a fatal shooting in broad daylight at a coffee shop in Laval, and reports now of a connection to organized crime.
The search extended up to 12 kilometers from where Darius was last seen.
After 11 grueling days, the search for a missing 6-year-old boy in Alberta has ended, with police saying they do not believe he is alive. Power outages, strong winds, and heavy rain in Bermuda as Hurricane Imelda makes a direct hit.
It sounded like a bomb, basically like a bomb explosion, and it was so loud.
This chimney falls off an apartment in New York, sending debris and dust across a city block. Officials say it is a miracle no one was injured. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Thanks for starting your day off with us.
Think about the sound of that chimney and what that would have sounded like hitting the ground.
And remarkably that there were no injuries. Imagine. I'm going to show you that video in a longer form coming up in just a moment. But first, let's start in Laval, where police are now saying a fatal shooting at a coffee shop in broad daylight may be linked to organized crime.
To have such violence in a public space, in front of families, in front of people, to us, obviously, we don't want this in our city.
So here's what we know. Police say 2 people were hurt in the shooting. A man in his 40s was killed. There are reports the man who was killed went by the name Bobby the Greek, a high-profile organized crime boss. The victim's identity has not yet been officially released. Police would not confirm those reports. Quebec's public security minister did say all indications point to the shooting being targeted and linked to organized crime. He added no innocent people were hurt. Those were his words. The investigation has been handed over to the organized crime unit. So far, police have made no arrests. Alberta police say the search for a missing 6-year-old boy has now ended.
Everyone did everything in their power to find Darius, and we will continue to pursue avenues to find him when they arise.
Alberta RCMP wrapped its formal search for Darius McDougall, who disappeared on a family camping trip. That was 11 days ago. They say they don't believe the young boy is still alive. Darius was reported missing after he didn't return from a walk with 6 young family members on September 21st. This search for the last 11 days used drones, aircraft, a dog team, ground teams made up of RCMP and search and rescue personnel. Police say they still will follow up on any public tips and possible sightings. More people have been told to leave their homes as the Lake George wildfire burns in Nova Scotia.
These woods in Kings County should not have been open. And I'm bitter. Yes, I'm bitter and I'm tense because everything I own is right next to the fire.
Oh, it's so hard. So this fire has grown to 290 hectares. It's considered out of control. So far, there have been no reports of home or buildings damaged. Officials say they think the fire was started by human activity. Burn bans remain in effect in Annapolis County. The province has extended wildfire season now till the end of October. BC's premier says Alberta's plan to build a new oil pipeline to BC's northern coast is not a real project.
I am being polite. There is no project. There is no bridge to cross unless the Albertan government and the federal Canadian government are committing billions of taxpayer dollars to build this project. Don't mistake my politeness for weakness.
Okay, David Eby's comments came after Alberta Premier Danielle Smith announced her government will submit an application to the federal government for a new pipeline next spring. She says Alberta will act as the proponent, and with the support and technical advice from 3 crude pipeline companies. BC First Nations also pushing back on the project, saying there have been no consultations. Still, Premier Smith says she expects this pipeline to make Ottawa's next list of approved major projects. Striking Canada Post workers held a national day of action. Workers held rallies on Parliament Hill. And across the country, the strike was called after Ottawa announced a series of service cuts aimed at putting Canada Post back on solid financial ground. The CEO of Canada Post has put out an open letter supporting the proposed measures. As the two sides dig in, provinces and communities are making backup plans.
There may be some residents that are expecting a refund from us, some kind of a check from us. And if that's the case, they can actually get in touch with us through 311.
So the city of Halifax is making arrangements for homeowners to be able to pay their property tax bills. So starting today, people can pick up and drop off high priority provincial government mail at Access Nova Scotia centres. Alberta has also activated its contingency mail plan. Government offices are now accepting critical mail. Jane Goodall is being remembered this morning as a true hero for our planet.
Being out in the wild, you know, back when I dreamed of it, there was nobody doing anything like that.
Such sad news. She was incredible. Goodall was a pioneer, as we know, in primate research. She was known around the world as a leading female scientist for her groundbreaking work studying the personalities and emotions of chimpanzees. After seeing habit devastation firsthand, Jane Goodall turned her focus to climate advocacy. In a social media post, the Jane Goodall Institute said she died of natural causes while on a speaking tour in California. Jane Goodall was 91 years old. People in Bermuda are being told to stay indoors this morning after the island took a direct hit from Hurricane Imelda overnight. There are about 16,000 power outages reported across the island. Here's a look from overnight. Oof, you hear that? The eye of the hurricane passed just to the south of Bermuda about 4 hours ago. The winds on the back half of the storm hit for a few more hours. Conditions, we're told, are improving. The airport is back open today. There are no reports of any major damage. Earlier in the week, though, Bermuda was also brushed by Hurricane Umberto. Tough week. Speaking of tough week, crews in New York are inspecting an apartment building in the Bronx after part of it fell off.
Billy just fell, huh? Oh!
I cannot imagine. So that was the building's chimney, which, by the way, runs the 20 stories up the side of the building. Just fell to the ground yesterday morning. The bricks fell on the sidewalk and a playground. Obviously, dust was everywhere. Amazingly, no one was hurt. New York's fire chief says there may have been some sort of explosion in the boiler shaft, but investigators have not determined an exact cause yet. But look at the debris left over. Wow. Well, that's going to take some time to clean, one, and to clear all of it, and then reconnect the building's utilities. Man. It's furry, it's a companion, and it comes with 4 million personalities.
Over time, it can grow a bond with its owner based on the way that you interact with it. It will elicit unique responses so that after 50 days of maturation, it becomes unique to its owner.
Gosh. Oh, I'm so fascinated. Meet Mofflin. It is a new AI companion designed to behave less like a toy, more like a small pet.
Does it have a face?
I don't know if it has a face. Maybe that's what happens after the number of days. You finally see its face.
I think that's a nose.
It responds with noises,
there we go.
Head movements, posture changes using a microphone and light and touch sensors. It was recently unveiled in London following its debut in Japan. The company behind Mofflin says it's not designed as a pet replacement. It's just a new innovation in therapeutic and social robots. Whoa, that's a thing. Whoa, social robots?
Wait,